Whoa, you are back. Welcome. And you know what? I love technology and I'm sure you do too. But I'm really concerned about the way technology is moving forward. Let me explain you. Earlier people used to read novels and literature, and that was a time when people have a great attention span. But then came movies and the attention span of average human came down to 3 hours. Then TV serials and web series which made the attention span even less, around half an hour. Then came YouTube videos which made around 15 minute 10 to 15 minute attention span of an average human. And then came TikTok and Instagram reels which obviously made the attention span even lower, around 15 to 30 seconds. And the situation is so bad that a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. And do you know the average human attention span is just 8 seconds, and it is decreasing day by day. In 2000 it was around 12 seconds, while according to a 2013 data it is around 8 seconds, and that's ridiculous. And this means that you cannot focus on your work effectively, thus decreasing your productivity. People use tech gadgets a lot, and right since from the start of COVID-19 lockdown, people are using the gadgets even often more. So using these gadgets and internet, people have become very lazy. And when I say very lazy, then very lazy. If they want to eat something, they don't cook, just order on Zomato. If they want to play, they don't go out and play with friends. They start PUBG or Free Fire or play video games, computer games. If they want to talk with friends, they don't go to their friend's home. Instead, they just use Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp to talk with their friends. And these gadgets have made us very lazy, and this could potentially lead to very serious health problems. And these are not instant health problems. You will realize that these health problems will be there for you, but in long term, and after that you can't do anything. So these gadgets and technology are good for us, but poses health problems like continuously being in the field of radiation emitted by these tech gadgets can lead to headaches, eye strain, which are caused by the blue light that is coming from the screens, and many problems like using your earphones for long can give you ear problems. So there are a lot of health issues with the technology. Also, these tech gadgets won't make you stay active. Social media is an integral part of our lives. On an average, every person spends more than half an hour on each social media, whether it be Twitter, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or any sort of social media, whether it be Snapchat. So people use this social media and spend more than half an hour on each social media, which you can add up to a person at least uses more than 3 or 4 social media handles at the same time. So you are wasting 2 hours, at least 2 hours of your day on the social media. Now, if you are doing the good things, if you are doing productive things, then it's good. But social media is made for addiction, or I should say companies spend millions of dollars on researching how they can stick their viewers to their platform. So when you use social media, then you are hooked to that social media. So chances are very less that you will do productive work on the social media. And social media is taking on our lives. It is an integral part of our everyday, and I think many people cannot live without social media, and which is very alarming. And here is my dare for you: just do not use any social media for 1 or 2 weeks, and you will find that you have a lot of time left for the productive work. So give it a try. Technology includes tech gadgets, and there are a lot of tech gadgets around us, whether it be smartphone, whether it be laptop, whether it be smart bulbs and smart fans, everything. These are tech gadgets, and this gadget, as they run, as they are operated, they dissipate heat. And in our day-to-day life, we are using gadgets a lot. Every home has a lot of smartphones, 3 to 4 smartphones, ACs, and there are tons of tech gadgets, and the numbers are always increasing. As you can see that this year's smartphone shipment is more than last year's. The use of gadgets in our day-to-day life is always increasing. So when these gadgets are operated, they dissipate heat, which is obviously is thrown out in the environment, and as they heat up, the heat is dissipated in the environment, which makes the environment warm. And I'm not joking in this section, because we all know that these devices heat up and they dissipate their heat in the environment. For example, you can say AC. The person who is sitting inside the AC room feels very cool, but the hot air of the room is thrown out in the environment, in outside the environment, so which makes the environment more warm, which is eventually increasing the earth's temperature. And there is no joke here. And also Google has admitted that whenever you search something on Google, it emits carbon, and carbon emissions happen. And nowadays internet users are increasing day by day. Every time millions of people will search something on Google, or not only it is all about Google, it will be about Facebook, it will be about Microsoft, Bing, every internet service. So what happens is that as they are being used, carbon emissions happen. And I don't need to tell you that the carbon emissions are one of the reasons why earth's temperature is increasing. I know the cars and the industries are the major sources of carbon emission, but we are not much behind that, because everyday internet people are increasing. Everyday people use a lot internet, and this will eventually lead to more carbon emissions in the future, and there may be a threat to environment. Also, with the increased use of gadgets, there are many gadgets that are scrapped and that are thrown away in the environment. The e-waste is increasing day by day, and it is also a threat to our environment. Cosmic rays are very high in space, and as they come down to the earth, they become weak, and they have the power to alter the beats of a computer machine or silicon chip if they penetrate through it. So in space, the power of cosmic rays is very high, but as they come down to the earth atmosphere, they get weak, they get dispersed. So there are not many powerful cosmic rays in the earth atmosphere, but there are many incidents that showed that due to cosmic rays being penetrated through a silicon device or silicon chip, altered the function of the chip, and for example computer ran into many problems. And there are several other incidents that took place. And think about it, we are going towards the autopilot feature, the self-driving cars. And what if, just in case, Tesla is running at 150 km/h speed, and suddenly a cosmic ray hits the Tesla's silicon chips and alter their bits, and the Tesla goes out of control and runs at 230 km/h, 250 km/h, and the self-driving system is destroyed, and it can lead to any accident. Now we are talking about road, but think about the flying cars, flying taxis and flying bikes. They will fly above in the atmosphere, which will make them more vulnerable to these cosmic rays, because they are at higher heights, and at the higher heights the cosmic rays are more powerful. Metaverse. So Metaverse is basically an 3D online virtual world, and it is a combination of augmented reality and virtual reality. As you have seen that the Metaverse demonstrated by Mark Zuckerberg. So in the future, in the Metaverse, if you want to chat with your friends, you are not going to text them, or you are not going to video call them, you are just directly interacting with them, and these are going to be through the avatars. So Mark Zuckerberg demonstrated in his Metaverse video, or Metaverse presentation I should precisely say, how avatars would help us to interact with the 3D virtual things. So these avatars would be created by you, and you can make these avatars however you want. Whether you are tall, whether you are short, whether you are black, whether you are white, it doesn't matter at all. You can make your avatar as you want. You can make it tall, you can make it short, you can make it black, you can make it white. There are endless possibilities of an avatar. So the first metaverse would be developed by Facebook, and soon later will be followed by big companies like Google and Twitter and other companies. So you can make your avatar however you like it wants to look to be. So the point is that they are targeting your insecurities. For example, let's say you are short, then they are convincing you that, oh, you can make your avatar look good by making it tall. So they are targeting your insecurities, and you know that people tend to hide their insecurities. So in the metaverse you will be hiding your insecurities, and eventually when you feel that, oh, people are appreciating me, there are no insecurities of mine in the metaverse, you will be stick to that world. You won't be feeling coming back to the real world, which would be a problem, because people are appreciating you in the metaverse, and in real life maybe people are making fun of you. just because of your insecurities. So here is a serious problem, and instead of fighting for your insecurities, you will be more into the metaverse, as people like more avoiding the challenges. So they will make you stick to the metaverse all the time, which will reduce your physical interaction with your physical environment very less, and that is really alarming. By the way, if you want to know in detail about the metaverse, then you can check out this video by Mr. Who's the Boss. He has explained everything, the pros and cons and everything of the metaverse in this video, so go and give it a try. Artificial intelligence, robotics, AI is everywhere right now, whether it be in games, in your normal day-to-day life, or on your social media. Of course, people use AI, or companies use AI to simplify their work, and AI can do the same work which is done by humans that takes a lot of time, and AI can do that work in some minutes. So that's a plus point of social media. But imagine robots and AI everywhere, from restaurants to call centers to everywhere. So think of it. In fact, jobs will go less and less and less, and eventually there will be no jobs. Now, not everyone can create businesses, so there will be very less jobs in the future, and all the credit goes to AI and robotics. Nowadays also, many big factories, big car factories use robots for assembly line and other things, which have replaced the humans. And also many companies like Google, Facebook, Apple, everyone is trying to create AI products which will eventually replace the humans, which will threaten humans' job, and that is really alarming. And you remember the concept of cosmic rays that I told you in the earlier part of the video? That can be a big threat too. Let's say, for example, a robot is given the task to create other robots, and by chance, if cosmic rays penetrate through that robot and some programming change, and the robot becomes destructive and creates destructive robots. For example, we can say whose aim will be to kill the humans. Now, I'm not saying that it will totally happen, but there are chances that programming can alter, bits can alter due to these cosmic rays, and maybe that robot makes destructive robot whose aim would be to kill the humans, and there may be human mass extinction. So that is really dangerous, and there can be, it is not like that there are no possibilities of this, and it is also not like that yes it will going to happen for sure, but chances are there. And there is a very famous line in all of the industry: never say never. So maybe it could happen. Okay, conclusion here. So I'm not saying that I'm against technology or how the technology is proceeding forwards, but in my opinion, we are innovating the technology day by day so fast that it is time to take a break, or at least slow down the car, so that we have enough proper time to devote to our social life or to care about the environment. So that was the point of this video. I'm not against technology, but we have to look back at our society and our environment. So that was it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, this is Karan Gade signing off.